Hi folks, and welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved. This is episode 19 of the series, and in this episode we're going to start our breeding program. And we're going to start our breeding program using these four wonderful beasts behind me. So, in episode 11, we tamed our first Argy, which was this girl here. I was about to say chap, it's a girl, it's female. Which we've labelled Argentavis. She was a 112 that tamed out at 167. And then in the last episode, we got this guy, which is Argentavis, so male 1 and female 1. And he was a 116 who tamed out at 173. Since then, I was over the back of Giga Mountain, that mountain just over there, and between the sort of Giga Mountain and Carno Island there, I came across two 20 Argies. So I dragged them both over to the taming pen over on that I've got on Carno Island and tamed them up. So they were both max level 120s who tamed out at 179. Now, you would think that these 179s, they'll be better than this 167 down here, but that's just not the way it works. Because with every level that they get from level 1, they get a random stat put into one of their stats. So it might be you get a max level 120 that tames out at max level 179, but most of the points go into food or something, or speed, movement speed. But the problem is that movement speed can't be increased, so any point that goes into movement speed by default is essentially wasted. So it's possible that you can get a lower level dino that has got a higher stat. And I've kept track of the starting stats for each, because it doesn't matter what points you put in after you tame it. When you're breeding, it'll always ever use the base stats when it first gets tamed. So if we put that up on the screen right now, you can see that the only stats I'm interested in is health, stamina, weight, and melee. And RGF1, with the lowest level of 167, actually got the highest health. So we had a starting health of 2847. Which, and if you compare that to max level RGF3, who only got 2336. So F1, although it's lower level, has got 500 more starting health. And obviously, as you level them up, every point you put into their health is like a percentage of that base stat. So the more they have to start with, the more you can level them up and get them high level. The male M1 has the highest weight out of them all, with 680, with the lowest being 600. Missed stamina. F2 has got the highest stamina with 1000 stamina, whereas max level F3 and M1 both have 540, so quite a difference there. And then the melee damage, F3 has the highest melee damage with 433.9. Compared to like F1, who's only got 378, which is the one we've been using as our one and only Argy up until now. So what you can do is you can breed them together, and then the baby, so these are egg layers, so you'll hatch an egg and then you incubate the egg until it hatches, and when the baby comes out of the egg, it'll get randomly a stat from either its mother or its father. So what we're trying to do is get the best stats of the male together with the best stats of the female, and then we can slowly work our way through there. So for our carrying bird, we want the one that's got the highest capacity, which is M1 with the highest weight, and we probably want to get the highest stamina on that one as well, which is F2. So if we breed M1 and F2 together, hopefully we can get a new Argentavis that has both the 1000 stam plus the 680 weight on it, and we can use that as our leveling process to start off as our lifting bird. To get a fighting bird, we want the highest melee damage and the highest health. Stamina would also be handy, but unfortunately, all three of those highest stats are all on the females. And obviously you can't have two females together. So what we're going to have to do is we'll mate F1 and F3 both with M1 and try and get one that's got one of those stats, try and get a male with one of those stats on him, and then use that male to breed to get and just work our way through the process until we get all the stats that we want on one creature. So, how do you breed dinos together? Simply put, you stand them nearby and you enable mating. I think, so we enable mating on this one. So behavior, enable mating. And then on this one, behavior, enable mating. You get that extra pulsing hearts above them, which means they're breeding. And if we look at here, you can see they're mating and it's 6.7%, 8%. Males can mate with more than one at a time. So let's enable that as well. And now we'll say it's mating with M1 and it'll go up. You are probably a bit far away. Can we get a saddle? Can we borrow a saddle off of somebody? Give me your saddle. Put that on you. Can we move you around the front? And then get you mating. And there we go. We've got all three mating with the male. So we should get 3 eggs, which we'll then have to incubate and hatch. So I think you were the first one. So you're at 49%. Oh, let's go pick up some eggs that are Rex egg. So since getting that Oviraptor in the last episode, the egg production has increased quite dramatically. Any eggs up here? There's a raptor egg. That's all. Okay, let's stick them in the fridge. Okay, and then I'll bring you back when we've got 3 fertilized eggs. Okay, we're almost done with the third one. There it is. So as you can see, the fertilized eggs have got that glowing effect around them. So let's grab that. And of course it would have to be dark. Let me gam it up a little bit. So if we take one of these eggs and we drop it on the ground, you can see it has an egg health and an incubation rate. So the health is dropping, but if you see just at the top underneath fertilized Argentavis egg, it says it's too cold. So let's pick that up. So what you could do is you could sit with campfires. Let's try in here maybe. So have we got any wood in there? We don't have any wood in there. Let me see if I can grab some wood. Give me some wood. Over here. Let's light that fire and then let's drop that same egg. There we go. So that is actually incubating now based on that campfire. However, different eggs require different temperatures and different settings, so you might end up with some eggs will need 3 or 4 campfires, and it's just all a bit basic, shall we say. So what I'm going to do is we'll go, oh, there's some eggs there. We are going to make air conditioners, and there should be enough room there. So if we look in here, no, we'll have to learn them first. So air con, so there we go, crafted in the fabricator or at the crafting station. So let's look in here, electrical, there we go, air conditioners. So each one needs 15 crystal, 15 electronics, 80 metal ingots, and 5 polymer. Now, if we go into the fridge, we should have a bunch. Yep, we've got a bunch of, that one's way to expire, organic polymer, so we don't have to make, did we actually have any? Oh, I just turned it off. F, no, we don't have any real polymer. We could have made real polymer with cementing paste and obsidian, but we've got the organic stuff, which will do fine. Electrical, so if we get enough, we should be able to make 4. So let's craft 4 of that. Got plenty of electronics off of the tech creatures that we've been killing. Then we've obviously got metal from above and crystal we got off the top of the mountain. Alright, so that needs powered, but it's probably going to get, let's see, if we put it down, wrong button, that one, so if we put that up against the wall here, so it's got power from the socket that's plugging in the fridge, it's close enough to get the power. So let's try, 2 is probably enough, but for some of the harder eggs you probably will need the 4. So there's an egg. So we've got 3 eggs. So we come up here and drop our egg. Oh no, we don't want to consume it. And there you go. It's incubating, and that air conditioner is just keeping, it'll either set the temperature higher or lower, whatever the egg needs. So we drop another egg. And then drop a 3rd one. And they will start incubating away. So I have turned up the rates, just like on the Conan series, because there's no way we want to sit here waiting for eggs to hatch. To give you an idea, looking on Dodo decks, if you go to the 1 times rate, it will take 2 hours 56 minutes to incubate the egg, so that you get a baby egg. And then once you've got the baby egg, it'll be in the baby stage for 5.5 hours. It'll then be in the juvenile stage for 22.5 hours. And then it'll be in the adolescent stage for 1 day, 3 hours, 30 minutes before it's fully grown. So that's a total of 2 days, 9 hours and 56 minutes to get a baby, or well, to get the egg hatched and grown all the way to full, and you're going to have to care for that creature during that period. So that's just not feasible for me playing solo, especially since when I shut the game down, it'll pause the game. So I need actual 3 days worth of sitting logged into the game to grow up 1 Argentavis, and that would make for one really boring video. So how long have we got to go on our eggs? I've cranked it up both for the incubation and for the baby growth period, so that's at 50%, so that's got 2 minutes, that's got under 2 minutes, and that one has got 2 minutes. Okay, I'll see you in 2 minutes. Welcome back. Okay, so we've just got a few seconds left for the first egg to hatch. And there it is. So level 119, so you have to click on the bird, if we can get to select the bird. Come on. Oh, there's another one. Why can I not get to that bird? That egg's in the way. Right, we'll go to this bird and we'll imprint it. We'll cancel it, that just means it's ours. We'll imprint that one. And we'll imprint that one. So you can see that all 3 have come out at vastly different levels. So this one is level 173, that one's 175, and this one's 192. And the level number is based on the addition of the different stats. However, they've also got very little in the way of food, and that's going down. So we need to give them some food before they starve to death. Once they get to 10% maturation, which you can see it's at 5.5 already, they will go up to feed off the trough. Right, so let's get them outside. Put that door on manual so they can get right out. And we'll take a look at them, see what we've got. Here they come, slowly, slowly. So the one that's 195 is the one I'm most interested in, because that's higher than any of those are. Because obviously the highest we've got at the moment. So we're not taking into account the levels that we've added to F1. So F1 was 167, M1 was 173, and then F2 and 3 were both 179. So the one that's 192 has either got some really good stats added, or it's possibly got some mutations, which also raises its limits, its levels. Right, so we need to sort of separate them a bit. So you stay there. You stay there. Get the other one. Come over here a bit. Okay, so you can see they've changed from baby to juvenile now. So they've went past the baby stage, so they are now, you can see the little feeding trough symbol above their head. So they're not eating out of their inventory now, they're eating off the trough. Right, so let's check this one. You're the lowest one. So 162, so that's the dad's health, so not great. Stamina 174, that's the dad's stamina. Weight, that's the dad's weight. And melee damage, that's a direct replica of the dad, and that came from F3. So that's the one we wanted the melee damage on. So that one's no use. We don't want that one. This is the next highest one. So this has got the health. It's a female. It's got the health of F1. It's got the stamina, the low stamina of M1. It's got the high weight of M1, and it's got the melee damage of M1 as well. So yeah, it's got the high health, but nothing else. But yeah, so that doesn't really help us. It's got the high part of F1, but nothing else. So that's not much use either. This one. So this has the health of M1. It has got the high stamina of F2. It has the weight of F2. And it's got the melee damage of M1. So it's got the high stamina, and it's a female as well. It's a high stamina and the high, yeah, but not the real high. So actually, that's not. Has that got any mutations? 0 mutations. No. Weird. It's so high. It must be some of these other stats that we don't care about, like the food or the oxygen that's boosted its levels up. That's female. So I'm afraid none of them are really any use. So we will enable mating on you again. These have got a time, so this will be ready to mate in 6 minutes. You can just see at the bottom of its info bar 6 minutes, 17 minutes. Okay. Right, so I'm afraid these are going to go. So what we'll do is we have to, where is it? Options. Unclaim. Oh, you have to hold it. Options. Unclaim. Options. Unclaim. And options. Unclaim. And then we'll take another trike egg. We'll take you. So this is a great way to level up your creatures. Dear me, taking a bit to, of course they've got thousands of health. Do we get all three? Must have got all three. Can't see the other one. Okay, right, now we just have to wait for more eggs to be hatched. And I'll bring you back when the next batch is ready. See you soon. Okay, so from the next batch, we've only got 2 so far. There's only 2 ready to breed. But the next batch we got this guy, who has the female 2 lower health, but has got the high stamina and the high carry weight of the male. So it's got the high stamina of F2 and the high carry weight of M1. So this will be our lifting Argentavis. So we're going to actually grow this one up to full maturation. But you can see just above its info box it says wants care in 3 minutes and 28 to 27. So it's counting down. So in 3 minutes and 20 seconds time it will want something. And this is where we imprint it by giving it what it wants. So that can either be going for a walk, having a cuddle, or it might want a particular kind of food. So we'll just have to come back in 3 minutes and see what it wants, because if you then check this bottom bar here, imprinting, so as it imprints, it boosts various of these stats. And also, if it's fully imprinted, when we ride it, it gets a damage boost, and I think it gets a armor boost or something similar to that. But yeah, we'll come back in 2.5 minutes and see what it wants, and we'll get its first imprint done. See you then. Okay, here we go. Just got a couple of seconds left. See what it wants. Here we go. It wants to go with a walk for us. Okay, so that's an easy one. So we tell it to follow us, and here we go. So it didn't walk very far, but it was enough to get the imprint. So you can see now it's got imprinted 50%, and I never took a note of what these stats were to see whether it was. So what's the melee damage? No, movement speed. So the weight has gone up from 680 to 748. It was at 2,400 for the health. I'd have to check back in the video. Stamina didn't go up, but certainly the weight has gone up, so that's excellent. And it looks like the melee damage went up as well, because that wouldn't have been that high. So now we just have to wait another 5 minutes and 30 seconds to see what it's. Oh, hello. See what its next feed or egg. And there's another egg under here. So I'll go and get that incubating, and I'll see you back in 5 minutes or so. Parasaur, could you get out of the way? Okay, so that kicked in a bit earlier than I was expecting. It didn't go to the right time, but it needs exceptional kibble, which is a bit of a pain. Right, so in order to make exceptional kibble, we first need to make focal chili. So we need to get cracking on this. So we're going to need I got wood. We're going to need in here berries. So we're going to need 20 Amar berries, 20 Azure berries, 20 Tinto berries, and 10 Mejo berries. But we're also going to need citronelle. How many do we need? We need 5 of them. And we need cooked meat. Well, we've got lots of cooked meat. Let's take all that. And of course we'll need water. Stick it in the cooking pot. And light the fire. So that should make exceptional. No, that should make the focal chili, which we'll then need to put together with a extra large egg, which would be a Rex egg. We'll also need the focal chili, a rare flour, which I think we have in here. More Mejo berries. Oh, we're making. Oh no! Oh, that's ruined it. We're making paint, so we're going to have to get more berries in. In fact, let's put the fire out at the moment because it'll start continuing to use that to make paint. Right, let's try that again. Berry, Amar berry, let's get 30 of them. Azul berry, 30 of them. Mejo berry, 30 of them. Tinto berry, 30 of them. And let's take that out and put in thatch instead, because thatch doesn't make charcoal, so therefore it won't make dye. So we've still got we've got the cooked meat, we've got the citronelle, we've got the Amar berries, Azul berries, Tinto berries, Mejo berries, and water. So hopefully in 30 seconds or so that should make one focal chili. I should have really made all the kibbles before we started the breeding, so they would have just been in the fridge and ready to go. Or maybe leaving it too long and I'm going to miss my window. But we'll keep going, see what happens. So I'm going to cook anything. Should also have the superstructure cooking pot, because then you can see that it's actually cooking instead of here looking at it hoping that it's going to cook. There we go, one focal chili. So right, we'll need to put in the egg, the rare flour, we've got the Mejo berries, we've got fibre, need some fibre. Let's just pull that 20, and we're going to need a water. Large egg, yep, focal chili, yep, Mejo berries, yep. So we can take the other stuff out now. Got the thatch as fuel. Take that out, let's fill them up. Let's drop the paints that we've made by mistake in there. And we'll fill up those waters. There we go, exceptional kibble. Right, put out the fire. Are you still waiting? No, it's fully grown up and we missed it. Damn. So it's not fully imprinted. It'll only be 50% imprinted, so not quite as good as it should have been. But hey ho, let's change its name. No, change name to possible lifter. Is that another egg? Just a normal egg, not a fertilized one. Okay, so I'll go and continue hatching eggs until we can get something that we actually are needing. Okay, I've brought you back. I've done a lot of breeding and a lot of getting rid of other babies. Maybe one or two. But yeah, we're not really getting the best of luck. But what we did get this time is one that it doesn't have the good health, stamina, but it has the weight and the melee damage, and it's male. And since the male is the one that doesn't have the stats we need, we can use this male to breed against Argentavis to get the health that we're looking for, and maybe even Argentavis to get the stamina. So it's got like 2 of the stats, and it's a male, and we can use it to breed against the females that do have the stats. So I'm going to raise this one up. But I'm not going to imprint it, because imprinted stats don't affect anything to do with the final outcome of breeding. So it'll always refer to the base stats, not the imprinted stats. So we don't need to do anything here. But we'll just take this one out. I'll let you know in the meantime, while I've been doing all the breeding, I have made up some simple, basic, or what is it? Basic, simple, regular, superior and exceptional kibble. So we've got the 5 kibbles that we are able to make. We have them in the fridge ready to go, so we don't miss it like we did the last time. But yeah, we're one step closer. We've got a male with 2 of the stats we want on it that we can then breed with the females that has the other stats we want on it. So getting there. See you later. Okay, so we're not quite there yet, but we've got this one now. So this was the baby of that last one we had, that had the weight and the melee, and also of F2 that has the stamina. And this one managed to get the stamina, the weight, and the melee. It just doesn't have the health of F1. So with the stamina and the weight, this is another potential lifter. So I'm going to keep this one. It's a female, so we can't breed it with F1 to get the... Is that an egg? No. So we can't breed it with F1 to get the high health. So we're going to try and grow it up and let this one, if we can get a full 100% imprint, this will be the new lifter, because it's got the stamina and the weight. So 4 minutes, and then we've got to see what we can do with this one. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, here we go for the first one. And it wants a cuddle. Excellent, nice and easy. So 50% of the way there, and another 6.5 minutes before the next one. So hopefully that'll be something we can also do and get this one to 100%. Okay, see you in 6 minutes. Okay, here we go. It's coming up for its second imprint. What will we get? Basic kibble. Okay, that is something we can do because we crafted basic kibble. So basic kibble is that one there. So we'll put that on our last slot. See the little baby's dummy saying it's wanting care. So feed that, imprinting 50%. So now it is imprinted 100%, so we've got the maximum boosts. I'll have to check what the numbers were beforehand, but look at that melee now. And 816 weight. So what did the old lifter have? 748, because it only got the 50%. So this has got much better carry weight straight away. It doesn't get any boosts in stamina, but it's already got the high stamina. It looks like it's got a boost in health, so it'll have decent health. So this is perfect. So we can actually set its name now to Lifter. And what is it at? 78.5%. So it's almost there. And I think I've done enough for this video now. So this one will be fully imprinted and will be our lifting one. I'm just keeping, this one has got the weight in melee, this one has got the health, this one has got the stamina. So I'm going to keep breeding these ones until I can get one that has all the stats we need, which will be our like battle fighting Argentavis. But yeah, I could be here for hours and hours getting the right combination, because I've been particularly unlucky so far today, and it's not working out right. But that'll do it for today. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. Hit subscribe for more videos, both Ark and Conan. Come and join us on Discord, and I will see you in the next episode with hopefully some fully grown Argentavis. Bye now.